All right, what's good? What's good, playback? Black Horseman here. Shout out to the underground community. Shout out to True Media. That's everybody that keeps it 100, stays true to who they are, and do their part in this media. Just want to recap some of the fights over the weekend. I couldn't get to it right away. I've been busy, but I want to get into this, man, because it's a recurring thing I've noticed in boxing, especially this year, where a fighter, well, this year and last year mainly, but just period in boxing, like you got these fighters with these characters, right? Because not everybody got a character in boxing. You got some people that's really great fighters, but they can't sell out a family picnic. And then you got people that's not so great fighters, right? But they draw a lot of attention to themselves. They can fill up the seats in an arena. But what I'm finding about them ones though, that can attract a lot of attention to themselves and get people to react when they say shit, they getting blazed lately. They've been getting blazed or not looking good in their performances in that ring. Very lackluster. Um, a lot of people is hyping these fighters instead of allowing them to develop and grow so we can really see what they're about. You know, you got these guys that's surrounded by celebrities, a lot of the luxury and the glamour, because you know this society, the young ones, they so hypnotized by the glamour and the excitement of the jewels and the cars and the rims and the holes and all that come with it. But in this sport right here, this shit right here, yeah, you can get involved with the alcohol, you can get involved with the chicks and hanging out with all the celebrities, whoever you want to hang out with. But when that motherfucking bell ring, if you do not perform and live up to the hype, you will catch this flame in these internet streets. Like I said before, you will. Because a lot of times it'll seem like you doing more talking and showing off than you are working in that gym. Because on fight night it actually shows. Let me get to but Blair the Flair, he got blazed, man. Let me see the guy's name he fought. Hold on one second. Let me see this guy he fought. And shout out to him because I didn't know who he was, but Alexis Rocha. Alexis Rocha beat the hell out of Blair the Flair. You know, Blair Cobbs was doing the best that he could do. You know, but the power of Alexis Rocha was too much. But I just felt like, hey man, you know, I had that feeling about him when all these headlines was coming out with Blair. I was like, damn man, here we go again. You know, because I had seen a lot of this shit building up, leading up to this. You know, Josue Vargas talking shit got blazed. Teofimo Lopez talked that shit got blazed. Who else fucking talked that mad shit and got blazed out here, man? You know what I mean? It goes on and on. Y'all know, playback. But the thing about it is, Blair the Flair Cobbs attracted all of this attention to himself. He talked shit about Errol Spence, Bud Crawford, Virgil Ortiz accused him of being on steroids. And you went in there and got blazed, man. I mean, Alexis Rocha blazed this man like he like spiritually blazed, like he had demons in him or something. He was trying to, you know, do the exorcist shit on that guy, man. You know, because after the fight, you know, he Blair the Flair, it went from whoa to woo. It toned down a little bit. The woo came down a little bit. So that whoa wasn't that strong at the end. You feel me? I'm sure on the inside it was like whoa when them shots was hitting his head though from Rocha. Feel me? But I'll tell you like this, man. If you don't learn humility, if you don't want to choose humility, especially in a sport like this, you know, you will be forced into humility. Can I get a witness, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, if you don't believe me, just sit back and look. All these cocky, arrogant fighters that act like they can't be touched, they getting touched out here, man. You know, we'll get back to Blair, nappy hair don't care, Flair Cobbs. Eddie, the monster, they call this guy the monster, man. Why did they do that? You know, they got him around Fat Joe, Terror Squad. They got this dude out here thinking he is the next. He is the one. They think they got this guy believing he is the one. Okay. I mean, it's just, this guy is not it. Let me tell you like this. Berlanga is not that dude, man. And playback, this is not hate, okay? Truth, even though truth is the new hate, this ain't hate. Berlanga ain't that dude. He not that dude, man. As much as a lot of y'all want him to be that guy, he ain't that. I fucking fell asleep on the fight, man. I was like, this shit is boring as hell. This guy, Stevie, whatever his name is. I mean, he was in there with a guy who had already got blazed, I think, by Triple G. And if Eddie is supposed to be the next one, if he's supposed to be some monster, and you know what I hate, man? People been doing this shit for the longest time in boxing. And I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. People been doing this shit for the longest time in boxing. They make excuses for these fighters who is not skilled enough to cut the ring off and get the knockout. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure some people out here saying, "Oh man, he looked bad because the dude was in there with he was in there with a dude who was running. He was running, man. They voice be shaking and shit. He was running." Hey man, shut that soft shit up, man. For real. These are professional athletes, man. Okay? I don't know what type of mental blockages Berlanga be having in there. You feel me? But if you can't, you got 12 rounds, my guy, or however many rounds you had for that last fight. You had plenty of rounds, man, to get that guy out of there. Feel me? And I didn't even watch the whole fight, but they say you low-key got a gift. You low-key got a gift. But what I see with Berlanga is when you step up in competition, he looks average. He looks regular. He's a regular dude, man. Now I know when you watching TV and you see the dude on camera, you see the ice and the big ass diamond earrings and the whole nine, right? But when all that shit gotta come off, you gotta take the jewels off and shit, you take the robe off and all that, it's time to scrap, bro. And he ain't got them hands like that, man. He just don't. People had the audacity to try to hype. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, but anyway, people had the audacity to try to hype Canelo and Berlanga. Like Canelo and Berlanga is really a mega fight or some shit. Negro, please, knock the shit off. Casuals are ruining the sport of boxing. Okay? Casuals are ruining the sport of boxing. Hyping up fighters and trying to make fights that don't need to be made. Y'all will talk down on some elite fighters, man. Guys that's undefeated. guys who deserve big title shots or deserve big mega fights, but you will hype somebody who can't even fucking fight. Berlanga get in there with somebody who's a top comp. He look regular. This is a regular average fighter, man. Regular shit. Let's see what y'all talking about in the live chat, man. Shout out to the playback. Y'all hit the like button. Berlanga exposed as average, finally. I mean, he's very average. Hold up, y'all, real quick. Give me a second. All right, my bad. Had to handle some business, man. Rocha smoked the whoa out of Blair Cobbs, says Ronald Finkley. Blair the Flair had a nightmare, says Danny. Rocha beat Blair ass, reminding me of Nas Barrera, but worse. Hey, let me drop this link. Let me drop this link to the family first, and then to the live chat. No trolls allowed. Troll-free zone. You know, respect the panel, family. Landed a combo to the ref's fat belly, and the ref didn't even feel it. Yeah, he beat the woo out of him, like Ronald said, man. That shit, the woo was different at the end of the fight, though, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shouldn't target if you can't walk it, says Chin Smoke. Iron the King Kong. What's up, man?
Yeah, free big baby.
Oh, yeah.
Automatic. What's up, Black?
What's happening, man? You know, kind of late getting to these fights, but I wanted to recap and just keep building on the same pattern I'm seeing. They talking shit and then they getting sat down out here, man. That's what I'm seeing, Iron Kong. You know, these dudes coming in here cocky, nappy hair, don't care, and all of that, and they getting blazed, man.
I saw Blair Cobbs come up with that goddamn luchador, come up with that masked wrestler, and I'm like, well, shit, this dude is you know, he getting hype, he wooing, he this, and then you know, start off good, then shit just went bad.
Oh, real bad. Went south, siggity south. What's up, Martin?
What's up, Black? What's going on?
What's up, man? You jumped on early this one.
Yeah, I mean, what time is it where you at? It's 5 o'clock. Well, it's 6 o'clock over here.
Yeah, it's 5 over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I'm just recapping, man. We got the monster, Berlanga, and then Blair the Flair, man. What's going on with these guys who talk cash shit and then get bliggity blazed in the ring, man? So should everybody just mute real quick. Mute real quick, Marcus. Shout out to you though, bro, coming on. But your echo is not welcome.
All right,
hey, yeah, mute it real quick, bro.
Run it back.
No, you good now. You good, bro.
All right.
Hey, should Marcus, should these fighters just take a slice of humble pie and call it a career, or should they just keep talking their shit until they get blazed, man? And then they get memed the fuck out of themselves out here on the internet.
Say, man, whatever get them that bag, man. You know, hey, I love it. I've been saying Berlanga was just, you know, a puncher, man. When he got up with somebody who was skilled, you know, he was gonna get blazed. And he ain't got blazed yet, And my thing is all the videos I was seeing about the Berlanga situation with Steve Rose, man, is how he was running. Man, who the hell gonna stand in front of that power? You got to be a damn fool.
Oh, okay, hold up. So you hearing that out here? Is that what they saying?
Yeah,
Dude was
yeah. I've
running.
seen a couple of videos. I've seen a couple of videos. Cash saying that the guy was running. You know,
Okay. So hold up. Iron Cone, man. Can you cook on that, man? Like, what's your thoughts on when you see a fight, right? And there's a guy who's expected to get the KO and he can't get the KO, and then you got the reaction of the fans talking about the dude ran. Like, what's your thoughts on that, man?
That depends, right? Because according to who you support, they either the person either ran or the person boxed beautifully, right?
Yeah, when is it? Yeah, okay,
Everybody
go
knows
ahead.
that if you're fighting Edgar Berlanga, he's a flat-footed dude who's grown accustomed to people standing in front of him and being intimidated and just getting knocked out. So how you negate that? You move. You box and move. That's what boxing has multiple different layers. You don't just stick to one shit and play into your opponent's strength. That is stupid, right?
Right.
What do you think? It's like when Samson Lukowitz said, oh, they don't want to fight Andre because all he's gonna do is try and win at all costs and move around and all that. But you think Demetrius Andre gonna fight David Benavidez and stand in front of David Benavidez? Are you stupid? Like, I mean, it's like these dudes don't have no IQ. But again,
that's not boxing standing in front of somebody.
Right, but it's a con who you support. So Steve Rolls ran, but Steve Rolls found that he boxed beautifully. Steve Rolls boxed. He boxed to fight to a game plan. Berlanga doesn't have the ability to make any adjustments, apparently.
Mute real quick, Marcus.
Well, so far. Let me say so far, because he's still young. So far. He fell in love with people standing in front of him. And this fight was good for him. That he realized that everybody not gonna stand in front of you, boy. You gotta be prepared. You know.
So what is he gonna do? Avoid guys that's gonna move now going forward? But
everybody gonna move. No.
Well, Black.
Go ahead, Mark.
There's a lot of amateur boxers here in New York City that fought Berlanga as an amateur. He's not that power punch that everybody think he is.
So you mean
remember all those guys that they put in his in front of him, like to build up his record? Those guys weren't real good fighters. They were like C- fighters. Those guys were supposed to fall. So the minute that the last couple of fights, he hasn't been able to get a knockdown. You see what we getting, right? He doesn't know how to cut off the ring. He doesn't know how to jab because he doesn't throw his jab. When he threw it, he landed, but he don't really throw it. And he's waiting for that big one shot. And you're not gonna get the top elite fighters with just one punch.
Exactly. So Haplotype, what's up, OG?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening,
everybody?
Fam?
Salute to everybody on the panel.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Just recapping, man. I'm giving my thoughts on these two fights, Blair the Flair and Berlanga fight. And what was your takeaways from that, man? A lot of people, still feel Berlanga's this monster or whatever. But I think what is this, the second or third fight?
We've seen this before, bro, with the guy named Tyrone Brunson. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he set the record for consecutive first round KOs. He had 19. And then basically as soon as they stepped him up, he started looking regular. He wasn't getting the knockouts, and then he got blazed like a bunch of times in a row. And I think Berlanga is just a newer version of that. And he was in there. I don't get why people are saying the guy ran, because he wasn't running, dude. He was standing right there. The thing was, Berlanga was waiting too long. He was hesitant. He was letting the other guy be first, and he was just way too slow. It's like he took a Quaalude before the fight or something. He had no chance of knocking that guy out the way he was fighting him. And I think the having all those trainers in the corner is confusing him. And you know, he's better off, you know, just like with Wilder. Be yourself, man. Don't try to fucking box, man. You better seek and destroy and try to get guys out of there, because that's really your only chance. Because you can't box, bro. You can't box like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta find the knockout. You gotta look, you know, you gotta
The
work your way,
jab. You gotta
put yourself in
get the
position to
jab
get a
going.
knockout.
Yeah,
He
set
doesn't
it
do-
up. He wasn't doing anything, bro. He was just waiting for the other guy and letting the other guy be first, which is a big no-no.
It's not even that hard. It's not even that hard to cut a ring off.
I mean,
That's not
shit,
a hard thing.
I guess it is, depending on who you got in front of you. And the way Eddie was struggling, shit, he got
Well,
an
he
issue
was
with
following
But he
Rolls.
was following him in a straight
yeah,
line, Black.
and walking into shit. He was following him, walking into shit instead of sidestepping and cutting the ring off.
Exactly.
Hey, Marcus. Marcus, you still there?
Yo, yeah, I'm still here, Black.
Hey, man, let me ask you a question. About one of the opponents that your boy Virgil was supposed to fight over the weekend, but he had a little situation. What'd you feel about his opponent, man?
Man, I'm not a Virgin fan, man. I don't even know who that dude was supposed to fight. Just because he's from the Metro.
He was supposed to fight pillow-fisted McKinson, who's on like the longest no knockout streak of all time.
And that's the guy.
Go ahead.
Is that the guy? Blair didn't fight that guy. He just fought on that card, right?
Yeah, they fought on the same card.
McKinson fought a replacement opponent who was a lightweight.
And he low-key got outboxed too, low-key.
Yeah, and he couldn't get him out of there. That guy's a lightweight, bro. He's not even a welterweight.
Yeah, he fought a lightweight.
On 36, what was it, like 36-hour notice? Some type shit?
Something like that.
Yeah, that dude did well, bro. Considering, like...
Yeah.
It was a lightweight, 135 pounds.
You know McKinson's not knocking shit out if he can't knock out a lightweight on 36 hours notice, bro. The guy's like the weakest puncher I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Yo, but low key, I think Blair Cobbs was trying to get out of that fight with Rocha. Because remember when Ortiz pulled out, he wanted to fight McKinson himself. That was like an easy opponent.
He would have been way better off.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna get hurt the way he got hurt against Rocha. So on the low, he was probably trying to duck that Rocha heat. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up getting blazed himself.
He zigged when he should have
zagged. Remember, Rocha made a video. He said, "Oh no. You can't forget about me. You can't try to get up and fight McKenzie. You got business to handle with me." Remember, he made a video for him because Blair came out with a video talking that crazy shit. Then Rocha answered back like, "Oh, you trying to get out the fight now?"
Yeah. Hey, hold up. Exclusive news.
Now we see why.
Shout out to Exclusive News with the donation. He said, "Give me that AB, that dancing AB."
I like the other dancing AB better. The one you used to do before.
That's the real AB.
The other one.
No, the first, the beat was better. This one.
Oh, the original AB. Everybody be asking for the dancing AB part 2.
That's it.
In and out, AB. Yeah, man. I mean, but speaking of AB, just into the sport, from what it looked like, get flashy, talk a bunch of shit, and get blazed on fight night, man. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that AB didn't have skills, because a lot of these guys got some skills, but it seems like they mouth can write them the check that they ass can't cash a lot of these times. So
I think the situation where AB is just discipline.
Hey, but Martin, it seemed like people be trying to act like these fighters was trying to cater their style after Floyd, but I can see a bunch of ABs out here, bro.
Exactly. No pretty boys.
That's all I see. Nah, ain't no pretty boy Floyd style out here like that.
Pretty boy Floyd's out here, bro.
Nope. Hey, man.
It's hilarious, man.
I ain't put this in the title. You know, we just got the flame emoji in the title because, you know, y'all know how we do it. But I'm hearing, and I'm not going to do the video yet on it. I'm going to wait a little bit. But I just put this on the screen right here because I'm hearing rumors that Devin Haney could be on deck for the undisputed fight versus George Kambosos Jr. Y'all heard
Oh
that?
man, I'm gonna go home and pray tonight, man, for that one.
Yeah, I
Man.
heard that. There was a headline yesterday. What's his name? Kambosos said he respects what's his name, Loma's decision to stay, and he'll fight him right after he beats Devin Haney. So he's saying Haney's
Oh
name and
shit.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of news out there on it. Yeah, it looks like it, but until it's done,
I
we
believe
don't.
when I see them in the ring,
Yeah,
man.
we don't want to
Right.
get we don't want to get Munguia'd again.
Hell yeah, exactly. That's why I
Jeez.
ain't do the video. I'm just putting a little image out there, like, okay, if this really happens, this is gonna be
Oh
something. Like I just want to see how people gonna react to it, because a lot of people been shitting on Devin, hating on him, saying he don't deserve a fight, and they feel Ryan do over Devin, and all these other people deserve the undisputed matchup over Devin. But if he gets it,
man,
man,
don't deserve, but Ryan does.
that's what they saying out here though, Martin. But I would say this though, the two fighters that I really wanted to get a shot, a big fight, who I felt was deserving. Two of them was Dillian White and Devin Haney, and it looked like they possibly getting their shots. Like Fury is decided to fight Dillian White, and Devin Haney could get a shot at undisputed, which is huge, bro. That's major for that guy at his age. So and then if he pulls it out, and then the only one left on the heavily dug list that I want to see get a shot is, y'all already know who that is, and it's crazy. All their initials start with a B.
Boo boo.
Ubu Andre, man. So we got Dillian White getting a big fight. So that's off the list. That's a check. Devin Haney possibly. That'll be a check. If Demetrius get it, that'd be a big check. It has to be somebody like a.
Demetrius is fighting Zach Parker for I think for an interim title.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking
168.
about like later this year. Like if being that these fights is being made this year, Devin possibly getting a shot, Dylan getting a shot. Maybe Demetrius will get it later on this year if he's successful over Parker.
Who,
You know what I mean?
who Demetrius gonna get a shot from?
Parker's not a walk in the park though, bro. I'm sorry, yeah,
it.
because he's moving up and he's fighting him in his backyard.
I haven't seen that guy fight, but I hear a lot of people saying that he's not gonna be a cakewalk for Boo Boo.
Yeah. I see some footage on him. The guys. Go ahead, Marcus.
Who Boo Boo gonna get a shot from?
I think potentially Benavidez or somebody like that later on in the year, potentially. So that'd be an actual name. You know what I mean? I think that this year is looking like it could be a potential year for Demetrius to get a good name on his resume, or at least
Benavidez
get a shot.
fight.
I hope so, man. I hope
Benavidez, Black, you know who I say Benavidez is, man.
Cool.
Yeah, he oversized Jared Hurd. He ain't got nothing, man. He flat-footed, bro. He gonna get exposed.
Hell no, you're not gonna disrespect David Benavidez like that. He ain't nowhere close to a Jared Hurd level, dog.
Yeah, Jared Hurd, bro. He just look. If it wasn't for the cut on the eye of
David is not a punching bag like that, Marcus. He ain't no punching bag like that.
Dude,
Marcus,
flat-footed, man.
Marcus,
yes, sir.
I know Benavidez is flat-footed, but that was a terrible assessment right there. Terrible comparison. That was horrible, bro.
Man.
Bro.
Yeah, oversized Jared Hurd, man.
Yeah, I don't see that, Marcus.
He just wore you down and take punches,
I don't see that comparison, bro.
Nah, I think
that's horrible, bro.
Man.
Hurd in the league of his own, dog.
Jared Hurd don't even know how to move his head.
Hey, gents, I gotta hit the road. Y'all be easy.
All right, peace to the king, Iron Cone, man. Right. Appreciate you, bro.
Later,
peace, Cone.
Who the hell Jaime Munguia is gonna fight? Black.
Jaime Munguia.
Who the hell?
See. So
who the hell are you gonna fight now?
They pulled out of the Charlo fight, because they was acting like the A side. So whoever he fights, they gotta accept B side. That's what it is.
How can you be like number one for 2 different world titles and don't fight.
Hey, hold
don't
up,
want to
hold up.
fight none.
My bad, Shelton. I'm being rude, man. I didn't even introduce you. Shout out to Shelton Moore on here, man. My bad.
Peace,
Shelton,
Shell.
your audio's kind of messed up, Shelton.
The one I was hearing that audio, I thought that was Marcus and shit. I wasn't even looking at the phone. My bad. Shelton, you hear us, bro?
Can you hear me?
That's better.
Okay, a little choppy, but we hear you.
Is there a bigger duck in the division than Jaime Munguia? That's the 4th fight he
No.
ducked out of.
He said there's not a bigger duck than
Can't
Jaime
be a bigger
Munguia.
duck.
Is that what he said?
Not right now.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, so hold
He's a
on,
duck of the
real quick.
He's a duck of
No,
the moment.
this is how we can figure that out. It's between him and Ryan. It's between him and Ryan. Who turned down more title eliminators, or who turned down more title shots, mandatories?
Shit, if I got to take a chance, I'll say Ryan.
They're around the same.
But Munguia
'Cause,
turned down an actual shot at the title with Charlo.
Munguia was number 1
Okay,
WBO.
right there.
They didn't fight Andrade. Was number 1 WBC. They didn't fight Charlo, but then he doesn't fight the number 2 guy, which was Adames. So he didn't fight neither one of those 3 guys.
I heard he also turned down Janabek for the WBO.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because of the WBO.
Wait, what?
When boom,
So he could have. Wait a minute. So he turned down the opportunity to fight for the vacant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Against Janovic? Oh, nah, man. Y'all got to get out that Andre shit and flame motherfucking Jaime Munguia, man.
Oh no,
Back in the
nobody
WBO time.
right now, Munguia is like the guy when it comes to ducking. He's your guy. He's
What's
the
up,
guy.
H?
Yo, what's good? My brother Big Flame, UGC, Big Haplo. What's good? What's good? Shelton Moore, everybody on the panel. Shout out to the Flame Gang. What up, though?
What's up, H Money?
H Money up in here,
What up,
man.
H?
Y'all can hear me,
just
though?
recapping. Yeah, you clear?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just recapping the fights, man. You know, Berlanga and Blair the Flair, man. The woo was a little different at the end because you got Blaze. It was a little different. It was like woo. But hey, man, what's your thoughts on them, H Money? You know, Blair the Flair talked that shit and got cooked, man. He talked shit about Virgil. He talked shit about Spence.
Boots.
Boots. So, you know, what's your thoughts on him, man? And, you know, he probably should have took a slice of humble pie before the fight, but he didn't. And then Berlanga, man, is he living up to the hype to you, or is he just overrated? Is he just the styles that he had in front of him that made him look bad? Or what's your thoughts on Berlanga as well, man?
Man, I mean, Steve Rose was a cakewalk for Triple G. Like, I felt like they put him in there with Steve Rose to make him look good, and it low-key kind of backfired on him. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man, Berlanga, you know, he got a long way to go. He's still a prospect in my eyes. But, you know, you got to look at the positives with a guy like Edgar Berlanga. He is a huge ticket seller. He sold out Madison Square Garden. You know, the guy is one of the biggest names in American boxing right now, Flame. He's a top 20 name as far as American fighters. He's one of the biggest names in American boxing, but I don't think he's that good. You know, he does have potential. He's a big puncher, but come on, man, let's be honest. Steve Rose came up from 160. Triple G knocked out Steve Rose in 2 rounds. Steve Rose is 37 years old. He was supposed to finish that dude, man. And he arguably lost that fight. You know what I mean? And I feel like Berlanga was being gun shy, Flame. He was scared to let his hands go. He was worried about getting countered. We seen in his last fight on that Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury undercard where he got dropped. And I felt like he was fighting in his hometown in front of his family and his friends. And, you know, he didn't want to get embarrassed, Flame. And I think that's why he was hesitating in there. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to Berlanga. Hopefully he can bounce back and, you know, really start improving his boxing skills. As far as Blair the Flair Cobbs, he's a fucking fraud, man. He's a joke. He's a joke, man. This guy was a 33-year-old prospect, constantly running his mouth, disrespecting some of the top guys in the sport. He disrespected Canelo. I was offended when he disrespected Earl Spence Jr., talked about this man's personal life, which had nothing to do with boxing. He was clout chasing, man. He was out here clout chasing, trying to make a name for himself, bro. And I think he went too far with his antics. And it's time to get Blair Cobbs out of boxing. Out of boxing. You know what I mean? And he's a joke.
Yo, this guy said that Canelo used to fight on his undercards in Mexico.
What? Damn. So yeah, all that, you know, he's the meme now. Joke's on you, buddy. Joke's on you, man.
Messed up.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to H Money, man, giving his thoughts on that. He said he need to be out of boxing. He said, get him the fuck out of boxing. Hey, so ain't no coming back for Blair? Y'all don't think he'll humble himself, get disciplined? Because I'm not gonna act like he looked like straight ass in that in the fight, but
he has some good moments. He has some good moments.
You gotta win when you talk shit like that. A loss is unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable. So yeah, man, that's just one of the things.
You can't lose to a no name, Black, when you consider yourself one of the top prospects in your weight class. Man.
Well, yeah. He's a name now. I bet you he's gonna get some more fights now. That kid will knock on his ass out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, since we got you on here, man, I don't think nobody is cooked on this topic more than you, man. But you know, it sounds too good to be true. But the word is Devin Haney might be getting a shot at undisputed versus George Kambosos, man. Do you think that this fight really gonna happen? And if it does happen, who you favoring, man?
Yeah, I think the fight might happen, man. I think that it might happen, Flame, to be honest with you, man. Lomachenko's in a war right now.
Hold on one second, right. H. Hey, mute real quick, Shelton. Well, Marcus, y'all mute real quick.
All right.
Yeah, you know, hopefully the fight does happen, man. To be honest with you, Vasily Lomachenko, he was supposed to get the fight, but Loma is in a war, and Loma had a chance to leave the war. They gave him a chance to leave, and Loma said, "No, I'm gonna stay here, defend my country." So, I tip my hat off to Vasily Lomachenko, who's a great fighter, and now Devin Haney has just received the offer to fight Kambosos. So, I know Devin Haney personally. I know Bill Haney. They want that smoke. So I think they're going to jump on it, man. And, hopefully it can happen. But I seen Kambosos do an interview. I think it was yesterday. And Kambosos was like, oh, the clock is ticking, Devin Haney. You better hurry up and all of that. So when I hear him say stuff like that, I don't know. Like, it's still a question mark to me. And then Kambosos was like, oh, I'm the real undisputed. I got the belts. I got this and that. I don't know what Kambosos is going to do. Maybe he sent the offer. I don't know we don't know if it was a bullshit offer or what. You know what I'm saying? So Devin Haney lawyers got to look
whatever it is, he should take it, bro. Because if he gets undisputed, he's going to be the boss.
Exactly. Well, it's bullshit or real.
I ain't gonna say whatever it is. Hopefully it ain't on no bullshit.
Exactly.
Well, he need to get on a plane and land over there.
Now, well, that's
he already agreed to terms as far as like going out there and what you say?
Yeah, that's what Devin Haney said. Devin Haney was like, yo, he's like, bitch, I'm on my way right now. So he said he on his way over there. So, but with Kambosos, you never know what to expect. And we know in boxing, they said fights were done, just like they said Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua was official. And then the fight didn't happen. I guess Deontay Wilder won arbitration. I don't know what to expect, UGC, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Kambosos, had another fight, take a tune-up or some shit. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm concerned about Lou DiBella. I wish Iron Kong was still on here because I wanted to ask him that before he jumped off. But I think Lou DiBella wants to do more work with the top rank, probably, top rank side more than doing the deal with the Devin Haney situation. But he don't really have too many options right now. I don't see it unless you just take
I think Kambosos is painted into a corner, bro. Because if he doesn't fight Haney now, because Loma already said no, right? So if he doesn't fight Devin Haney now, to me that's a duck.
It's a clear duck, I think, because I can understand if you're gonna take the Loma fight. It's like, okay, you're gonna get way more props beating Lomachenko because of his record, his resume, you know. And but if fighting Devin Haney or whatever, of course it's not going to live up to the credit that you have got to get, you know, to beat Lomachenko. But still, man, that's the next best thing. And people be trying to shit on Devin Haney like he don't have some decent names. Like I think like when people was bringing up Ryan and bringing up Campbell, I feel like JoJo was a better name than a motherfucking Luke Campbell. You know what I mean? And all these other guys that Ryan got on his resume. But I don't know. It's just been seeming like whenever you bring up the topic of Devin Haney getting a shot at George, you know, a lot of people talk down on it and say that he need to do more. But I mean, shit. I want it for the purpose of, you know, I look at Devin Haney like he's the number one contender. You know what I mean? He's the mandatory that never got ordered. You know what I mean? Because of the Lomachenko situation, dropping the belt. So he still didn't ever really get that shot at the official champ. You know, he was just upgraded to champ. So I want that shit to just be cleared up. Fight Cambosos, you know, Cambosos fight Devin Haney and clear that up. But like you said, H, if he out here still running this mouth and he talking about I'm the real undisputed, then it's just like it kind of make you doubt if the fight is gonna happen at all.
Yeah, but he also was quoted saying he was about to fight Devin Haney. You know, there was a headline on SB Nation because he was like, "Salute to Loma. I'll see you after I beat Devin Haney."
Okay.
He did say that. He did, man. And Cambosis also said that we sent Devin Haney the same offer we sent Lomachenko. He said Devin Haney said he'll accept everything Loma accepted. So he said we sent them the same thing. So, bro, I don't know what to expect next. You know, I hope Devin Haney get the fight. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney deserve it. Devin Haney been waiting for his opportunity, and it's right there. And I think Devin Haney will beat Cambosis. I think it'll be a competitive fight, but I think Devin Haney is better than Cambosis. I think Devin Haney beats him.
Hey, y'all think that let's just say it happens because it's supposed to be out there in Australia. You think if he does, say he just outpoints Cambosos easily, y'all think he has a chance he'll get robbed out there? Y'all know this year with all the bullshit we've been seeing, man, with judges and shit. So I don't know.
Hell yeah, shit. Robberies happen in boxing all the time, especially if you go fight this dude in his backyard. You know what I'm saying?
We seen the Jeff Horn Pacquiao situation. A lot of people didn't like that shit.
Exactly. Even Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. He just, you know, Jack Catterall just got robbed by Josh Taylor in Josh Taylor's hometown.
That's true. So they going back to the same. Yeah, man. So that's another thing. He got to, you know, Devin Haney not just fighting George Cambosos. He's fighting a lot, man.
He got to go out there and put on a major master class.
Yeah,
so
I agree,
bro. So he won't get robbed. Because he's not gonna get a knockout. Devin Haney's not a knockout artist. You know? So
he got to go out there pretty much beat his ass. He got to go out there and beat his ass if you want to win. He can't just outbox him, like outpoint him and think you're gonna get the decision. If it's a little close, they will rob your ass.
I think it's up to his team, bro, to make sure that the judges that are selected are neutral from neutral territories. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, the crowd is going to be way behind Cambosos. So every time, sometimes that can affect the judging too. You know, in a fight where the crowd is so one-sided.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Ronald said Devin Haney going to have to put together so many consistent pillow combinations like he stole some. Yeah, as long as it's landing, make sure that shit is landing clearly and get all the way out of the way of his punches when that shit's coming back, man. You know what I mean? Just make him look stupid. Like you got to do like how Floyd did Canelo, man. Make him hit the rope. You know what I mean? Look outside the ring like, damn, motherfucker, what you swinging at? You know, you got to embarrass him. You know what I mean? Embarrass him. Sugar Ray him like Sugar Ray did Duran. You know what I mean? Just toy with his ass. He'll probably get pissed off and try to jump his ass, man. Don't do that. He got a KO cam, says Lisa Bells, y'all. I mean, damn near. the way they acting out there.
Bro, if he got to do all of that just to get a win, bro, it's like, yo, is it really worth it? I got to knock this nigga out. I'm not a knockout artist. They gonna fucking rob me if I don't do it. Like, shit, my O is on the line and shit.
I don't think he can go into the fight with that kind of attitude, though, bro. He's got to go in there, you know, expecting to win and not worrying about the fucking judging and all that. Just do his thing.
Trust me, he's a fighter. He's a champion. He's not gonna go over there thinking he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Hey. We could think that way because we don't fight, but he's not gonna go in that ring thinking that way. You know?
I think it's gonna have to be like a Earl, the way Earl beat Danny when he came back. It's gonna have to be something like that, man.
Yeah. Hey, H Money, man. H Money, I want to ask you, man, real quick about the opponent, McKinson. What you think about him, man? Because you know Virgil was supposed to fight him, but you know his situation, he wasn't able to get, you know, to make it to the fight. But what do you think about McKinson? Is he a legitimate tune-up to the other top fighters in the division, or you think he's a legitimate, you know, contender, top contender?
Man, I think he was like a tune-up fight, to be honest. Like, you know, Virgil Ortiz. Shout out to Virgil. He's one of my favorite fighters. 18 wins, 18 knockouts. The thing is, Virgil Ortiz, I think, is ranked number 1 in the WBO, and Terrence Crawford is the champion right there. I think, you know, he could you know, petition for a fight with Terrence Crawford, but I don't think Golden Boy wanted it like that, you know. So they decided to take a stay busy fight with McKinson. I think McKinson do got some skills. He's a good boxer. He can switch from southpaw to orthodox, but he doesn't have any power. As Hablo says, pillow-fisted McKinson. You know what I mean? The guy has no pop. You know what I mean? At all. So I just think it was a stay busy fight or a tune-up fight, to be honest.
He could knock out a lightweight on 36 hours notice, H Money.
Yeah, he don't have that power for sure, but he can box and shit.
But to back up what you said, H Money, Virgil kind of said that on the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer, man. He kind of alluded to that. Basically, it was just a stay busy fight because he was the mandatory or ranked number 1 in a lot of the sanctioning bodies, man. He alluded to that on the podcast.
They chose the stay busy fight, but of course he didn't exercise the right to go after the belt, which is the WBO for Crawford. But the WBC had also ordered him, before that fight was scheduled, they ordered the David Avanesyan fight because he's number 1 in the WBC and David Avanesyan's number 2. He declined that to take the number 3 WBO guy, McKinson. And so I was going to ask y'all next, what did y'all feel about David Avanesyan's 1-round obliteration of whatever dude he fought? And do y'all feel like Virgil Ortiz would accept that challenge, or y'all think he will avoid that fight as well?
Yeah, I'll be quick on that one. Yeah, I don't think Virgil Ortiz a Doug Avanesyan. I think Virgil Ortiz will knock his ass out, to be honest with you. Shout out to Avanesyan, man. He just got the victory, like you said, first round knockout. And before that, he beat an undefeated prospect in Josh Kelly from the UK. People were hyping up Josh Kelly like who's gonna be the next great thing. Yeah, man. Shout out to David Avanesyan, but I think Virgil's on a different level, man.
What y'all think, man? Haplo, what's your thoughts on that potential matchup with David Avanesyan and Virgil? Because they number 1 and number 2 in the WBC.
Well, supposed to do with that guy, got him out of there. That was cool. It was always good to see a knockout. But like H Money says, like you're supposed to knock out those guys. But but as far as him and Virgil, like it all depends, bro. Is Virgil going to be able to make weight? Because he certainly had a lot of problems this time around.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I was just concerned because I'm like, damn, hopefully David Avanesyan turned into I ain't gonna say a boogeyman, but is he kind of gonna be one of them guys that's avoided and they're not gonna fight him unless he's like of course mandated or forced to fight him, you know what I mean? Like these top dudes. So I mean, he got a couple of losses, but He ain't no punk, man. He ain't no punk. And I like the fact that he free smoke. He'll fight anybody. And I think that he's kind of like I don't want to say a gatekeeper, but he's just one of them guys. Like if before you get up to the top echelon fighters, you got to come through him. You know, he's gonna be holding down that spot, that number 2, number 3 spot. So I would love to see him get a shot. You know, he's gonna get a shot pretty soon if he get another victory. You know that.
Well,
Shelton say McKinson is food, man. He's food.
I fell asleep watching his fight. I didn't finish watching the fight. I woke up for like the.
Everybody's gonna want to fight McKinson, bro, because he's undefeated. That you get an undefeated fighter on your record. He's not dangerous. He's not gonna knock you out. He is
Facts.
food.
I Haplo. That's why Blair Cobbs, he tried to pull out of his fight with Alexis Rocha to fight McKinson. You know, he requested to fight McKinson once Virgil pulled out.
They were talking about that earlier. Yeah, I'm sure he would have preferred that. It would have been a lot better for Blair.
Exactly.
Probably wouldn't knock. He wasn't gonna get knocked out. That's for sure.
Did Black dip off the stream?
Nah, he probably had to do something real quick. He'll be right back. But yeah, man, McKinson, you know, shout out to McKinson. He got the victory. I want to see what's next for McKinson, though.
I like that guy he fought. I thought he was pretty decent.
Hey, Jamani, I got a question for you, bro. Since you close with the Haney, man, is it true that Kambosos put a rematch clause in there, man, and it's both the fights, if you know, after Devin obliterated his ass in the first fight, is it a rematch clause or what? A rematch got to take place in Australia too?
Yep.
That,
Yes, sir.
Oh, word? So if
Yes,
Devin win, he got a rematch out there?
In Australia. That's what Loma agreed to it. Now, Devin Haney agreed to everything that Lomachenko agreed to. He said, send me the same deal you gave Loma. We can make it happen. So Kambosos said, okay, you're going to take the same deal as Loma. Well, there's going to be a rematch clause. Only if I lose, there's a rematch clause. And if I lose, you have to rematch me in Australia. So Devin Haney has already – Loma agreed to all of that shit. You know that, right?
That's different, man. Because I never heard of a rematch. I never heard of a rematch in on the losers of hometown.
Mute Shelton or Marcus.
All right.
No, Shelton gone.
Oh, Marcus, my bad.
Yeah, so Loma agreed to that though. Like Loma agreed to rematch Kambosos in Australia if he won the fight. So Devin Haney said, you know, I take the same deal Loma took. So yeah, it's a rematch clause only if Kambosos lose. And if Kambosos lose, the rematch gonna be in Australia, man. Yeah, Kambosos is he calling the shots right now, bro.
I mean, that motherfucker ultra diva out, bro. Like that shit is crazy. If I lose, you still coming back here. I'm like double A side, nigga.
Yeah, like I never heard of that, Black. Like rematch in the same spot.
Even if I lose, I'm A side. I get to use a chance card, nigga.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's definitely in Australia, H Money?
I get to use a continue, nigga.
Yes, I'm sure, bro. That's the same deal that Loma agreed to. And Devin Haney said, I agreed to everything Loma agreed to. Give me the same contract like Loma. And that's what it is.
What up? What's up, Q? Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. What fights we got coming up this weekend, though?
Oh, man, Tim Tszyu, man. Tim Tszyu, rock star, Australia, the son of a legend, the son of former undisputed super lightweight champion, Costa Tszyu. Bro, Tim Tszyu is a problem, bro. I got Tim Tszyu. He fights Terrell Goucher. Remember Terrell Goucher, contender, been in the ring with Erickson Lubin. He actually hurt Erickson Lubin in that fight. Good fighter. So Tim Tszyu, and then you got Miguel Berchelt versus Nakatilia, the guy that Shakur Stevenson fought before he beat Jamel Herring. So Berchelt, Nakatilia, you got Kiko Martinez versus Josh Warrington in the UK on the zone in the morning. So you got a lot of fights.
Oh, yeah, Kiko too?
Yep.
The Berchelt Nakatilia is gonna be a lightweight match. He moved up in weight.
Shelton Moore says, if Devin was calling the shots, would you feel the same way? Yeah, I'd be like, that's some more extra shit, bro. Like, if he what is the if he say, look, we're gonna fight in Vegas, and if I lose rematch clause, you coming your ass back here. That'd be some. I don't know. Has anybody else ever done that?
I never heard of it.
Put in the rematch clause. You got to come back to my hometown. It's crazy, man.
I think that's the first time, Black.
Yeah. I want Gishay to land flush and see what happens, says Aobs. Zoo seemed like he can take a punch, man. I don't know who the biggest punch he'd been in there with, but it seemed like he's seemed like he could take a punch though. When these boxers gonna find integrity, Devin classes to integrity besides Loma. Yeah, man. Hopefully he get his shot. That'll be something, man. And win or lose, And shout out to well, I wouldn't say, because I don't know. It's not like the PBC is ordering the shit, but shout out to Cambosis if he actually is being legitimate about this fight on this offer, and hopefully ain't no bullshit in the offer, But hey, if it was the same shit that they sent to Loman, he said he accepted it, then take your ass to Australia, bro. Make a vacation. Hang out up there. Okay, hat back. Hey, what time you getting ready to start your live, H?
Shit, in a little bit. I'm finna take care of something and do it. Shit. Hell yeah. Wow, what's up? What's good, my boy?
I'm about to fucking shut it down. I'll probably tune in to yours in like 30 minutes or whatnot, because shit, wifey gonna need some help in the house in a minute. So, I can send the traffic your way, man.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the UGC. Shout out to the Flame Gang, man. Haplo tight. You already know Marcus, man. Good looking out. Shout out to the chat, man.
Sir, you already know H Money, man.
My last card was peace, H.
For sure. All right, Marcus, slide through. Marcus, I want to see what you got to say, man. I've been hearing you on UGC.
Man, I'll come through, man, without a problem.
All right, for sure.
Black. Thanks for having us on, Black.
Hey, no problem, bro. No problem. Y'all check out H Money. We're going to be over there showing support. You know what I mean? Hot channel, fiery debates. Y'all know how I go over there. I think Kobe is going to press charges. I don't even know who Kobe is. Shout out to AOBS. Shout out to the playback, everybody that came through for this 1 hour live stream right here. Ronald said, y'all keep y'all eye sockets in face. You'll see on another level. You know what I mean? Shout out to the UFC for the entertainment and giving the fans the big fights, the fights that they want to see. Hopefully boxing get it together. And the only way they're going to get it together is we got to keep flaming the little champ shit. Stop supporting the little champ shit and support the big champ shit, man. You know what I mean? Let's start appreciating the fighters that's on the big champ shit, because pretty soon ain't gonna be no more fighters like that, man. Ain't gonna be no more fighters like that. We're gonna look up and be like 20 Ryans, 20, 30,000 Ryan Garcias in boxing. You know what I mean? Or Jaime Munguias. It's even worse. So that's all I got, man. Hopefully y'all have a good day. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.